Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, May the 3rd. Hopefully your states are starting to open back up safely. We have here in Tennessee, and so we're ready for another exciting Sunday. I'm ready to share some time with you, even though we have been practicing for this COVID thing for quite a while and distancing ourselves through the screen here. But it is another Sunday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we are going to get to see notifications today. And I know I always say that, but you know, sometimes Facebook is not always kind to me. It is going to be kind tonight. So, hello, Claudie. I would love to say hi to you. If you're brand new, please let us know. We would love to give you a shout out, and everybody would like to welcome you. Hello, Chris. If you are watching this later on YouTube.com, if you just YouTube.com, search If You Have an Egg. If you don't want to see all the highs and hellos, go ahead and grab that scroll bar and go over to about 10 minutes because that's when they kind of die down. Hello, Sylvia. So did you pop into the Zoom meeting that I was in today right as I was leaving? I think maybe you did. And hello, Marianne. Hello, my Christy. Hello, another Kelly, spelled the correct way. Hello, Divine. No, Dusty. Dusty is randomly barking at dry dog food. Don't ask. I have no idea. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Melissa. So let's see, today at our Zoom meeting, and it's Gwen's meeting, and hello again, Barbara, and hello, my Christy. So Barbara was there. Lynn was there. Sylvia, I think, popped in there at the end right as I was getting off. Hello, I already said hello, my Christy. Hello, Joyce. Yep, and Joyce went to the workshop today. Awesome. Hello, Sherry in Connecticut. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. So Sherry, Joyce, you should have said something. Because I can't see everybody when I'm on the iPad. I can only see 8 people, I guess. And hello, Roberta. Hello, Tina. Hello, Carol Lou. Divine says, hi, everyone. Hello, Betty. And Sylvia says, oh, no, Sylvia forgot about the time difference. Oh, how funny. That's okay. She's skipping next week because it's Mother's Day, and then she'll be back the following week. And hello, Tedders. Hello, Kelly with an I. Yeah, not spelled correctly, not with a Y. Hello, Amy. Hello, Katie. So welcome to everybody that's joining in. Hello, Trish from sunny California. And Trish forgot today, but that's okay. Not next week. So Gwen is not having a meeting next week. A few of you joined us for the Zoom meeting that Gwen has, that my faithful leader Gwen has here in Knoxville. A couple of you joined the Zoom meeting. She is skipping next week, but she will be back the following week. She's not going to do one on Mother's Day. Hello, April. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Chris can't figure out how to connect on the Zoom meeting. Is that what you're talking about? Because we can talk about that later. Hello, Orlando Debbie. Hello, Leslie from Ontario, Canada, and she says she's happy to find us again. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Sylvia, and Sylvia says hi to me in the egglets. Hello from Canada. Hello, Laura from Ohio. Hello, Karen. Hi, Janice. And Dusty, buddy, calm down. There's like 3 pieces of dry dog food on the floor here in the kitchen in the showroom, and he's like crying at them and barking at them. I don't know. I guess that's what happens when you get old. Anyway, and yeah, Joyce, is she not awesome? Is Gwen not awesome and amazing? So yeah, somebody please help Chris with logging onto Zoom. And Chris, we talked about it during one of the chats, so I'll try to remember which chat that was, so that we can go back and do that. And my Christy, so I probably will. So not gonna start talking about my mom, but I don't have a mom to go see this year. I know. I'm not gonna get sad. Anyway, and I will have already seen Alyssa the night before, and I will have her again on Monday. So yes, we probably will have a chat next Sunday night if you all want to come, and that could be your Mother's Day present from your family, is to leave you alone for an hour. Hello, Lynn. And Lynn, it was good to see you today. Hello, Haley. Hi, Kathy from Iowa. Another Kathy from California. So back-to-back Kathys. And Lynn says Gwen was awesome. She is correct. She is awesome. Hello, Lacey. And wait, Rosie says Color Street Venetian Velvet is going on her nails as she listens to the meeting. Dusty, stop. And I think it's called Mardi Gras. We'll have to ask Casey. I think it's a retired color, but they have something similar, I'm sure, coming out soon. Hello, Sherry. And yes, Dusty wants to be on camera. He's killing me. We may have to move a chair over here so he'll quit. Hello, Sherry. And yes, Barbara, I did. I said hello to you. I said hello. Oh, did Lynn say? Oh, sorry. She's talking to Lynn. Sorry, I was fussing for no reason. Sorry. Okay, and yes, thank you, Sandra. So Casey, if y'all have been around for any length of time, you know that Casey is a Color Street stylist, and these are Mardi Gras, and you'll have to ask Rosie about Rosie and Debbie both have been doing great things with their nails. Okay, Bestie, come on. Hold on just a second. We're going to put him in a chair because he is going to drive me crazy. Here, buddy. Come on. Come on. So for those of you who are just coming in, Dusty is a 14-year-old cockapoo. Come on. Who obviously is senile and delirious because he is barking at, oh, now he's just going to eat him. Okay, anyway, he was crying at 3 pieces of dry dog food that were on the floor. I don't know. I guess that's what happens, again, when you get old. Hello, Vicky, and hello, Stacy. So it is Sunday, Sunday, May the 3rd. Dusty's still crazy. Come on, buddy. Come on, you got to get up in the chair because you can't sit and cry the whole time. I told you could stay with me instead of going with Daddy, so you got to be good. Okay. So Dusty is going to be joining us. He will be right here in the chair. No, you gotta scoot over a little bit. Okay, and this is chat number 171. It is titled How to Reduce Stress Eating. Boy, none of us are having that right now, are we? And hello Vicky and hello Marlene. And Carol Lou is meal prepping while she's watching. That is awesome. Way to multitask. If you're gonna have to multitask doing something, way to go. So I have a quick question. Before we start talking about who went to workshops and who did not, who has to go back to work tomorrow? So give me a thumbs up if you got to go back to work tomorrow. So I know a lot of states are opening back up. And Tedder says she loves the lemon wetted, that she has one of them. Yes, she does. But who, and hello Loretta. So who has to go back to work tomorrow? Because I know some of you all, hello Stacy, I know some of you all have not had to go physically to work for the last couple of weeks. Oh yeah, Betty says her dog's 11 years old and such a whiner. Well, he is such a whiner, but I don't know what the deal is with the food that was on the floor. I don't know why he was singing to it, but anyway, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and Kathy says she needs to eliminate stress eating big time. I think we all do. We wouldn't be here, if that wasn't one of our common, things that are, that are normal. So like Debbie works from home. Orlando Debbie works from home. So she never stopped. She said she never stopped working, LOL. Okay. So I'm talking about people. Oh, Loretta's still on lockdown. So what state is that, Loretta? Just out of curiosity, because I've pretty much quit watching the news. I'm just going to tell you, I've decided after 4 weeks, actually I only did it about 3.5 weeks of watching the news almost solid all day long. Well, like 3 hours of it in the morning and then another hour or so of it in the evening. I've stopped watching it. I figure, if something happens, somebody will call me. Somebody will let me know. Let's see. Melissa says, nope, she was told last week she'll be at home at least through May. Hello, Sandy from northeastern Kansas. Teresa says, I've been COVID-19 testing for 10 hours straight today. For 10 hours. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can rest a little bit through this. And Loretta is in Pennsylvania, and apparently they are still on lockdown. So sorry. Vicky says they're still teaching from home. Now, the teachers here are not going back. So they're not going back until next school year. Terry says that Connecticut is still staying home. Hello, Terry. I don't think I've ever said hello to you before. And let's see, Betty hasn't stopped working, but she's on vacation this week. Trish says California is still on lockdown. Then what was all the stuff about the beach? So Trish, just gonna ask you because you really live there. So here in Tennessee, the news that we're seeing is that everybody went crazy. And went to the beach. So y'all didn't all go crazy and go to the beach? Just asking because that's what it looked like on our news. Okay, Trish, let's see. And then Kathy says still on lockdown in St. Louis County, Missouri. Hello, Irma. Okay, so anyway, I've stopped watching the news. So that was just my quick question. We are going to reopen here in the showroom on Tuesday. So all the videos that I've been doing, I don't know. They'll either go up or they'll go down. Don't know which one yet. I have help coming back on Tuesday. Devon says New York is still on lockdown. Michelle says Michigan is opening up with restrictions. Yeah, I know. It's crazy everywhere. Okay, I was just curious about that. So we are opening back up. We have a little bit of remodeling coming in the showroom that I'm excited to talk to you all about. And Chris says she needs to go to the beach. You know what? I think a lot of us just need to go to the beach. Okay, so who last week attended a Zoom workshop? So give me a thumbs up if you went to a Zoom workshop last week. And if you went to the Zoom workshop that I go to today, hold on, 2 thumbs ups if you went to that Zoom workshop. So thumbs ups if you went to a Zoom workshop last week, and hearts if you attended here with us last week, or if you did both. So thumbs ups are for a Zoom workshop, hearts are for here with us, or if you did both. So I'm seeing tons of thumbs ups, tons. It looks like either the same person went 100 times to a Zoom meeting, or quite a few of you attended a Zoom a Zoom workshop. So yep, Sylvia did both. She's got a thumbs up and a heart. Joyce did both. Sandra did both. Hello, Marlene. It's okay, Marlene. I've been yabbering, Marlene. Marlene from Florida, so welcome. Barbara did both. Marianne did both. It looks like Loretta did both. Lynn did both. Looks like Sherry did both. Yeah. Okay, so everybody who attended a Zoom, and Patricia did. So it looks like everybody who attended a Zoom workshop last week, or here with us, or both, here are your Bravo stickers. And don't forget, we do have Bravo stickers available on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and you can download regular Bravo stickers, sparkly Bravo stickers. You can download blue, green, purple stickers. So bravo to everyone who attended a workshop last week. And to the people who did their homework, we're going to talk about that here in just a second. Oh, Terry says, almost missed us and lost track of the day. It's okay. That is okay. Hello, you are here now. And Leslie went to one in Australia. Oh, really? Okay, hold on. So let's just talk about that for just a second. So Leslie attended one that was in Australia. So Leslie, I'm assuming you live in the United States, but you went to a workshop. You attended a workshop that was in Australia. That's pretty exciting. So we had a visitor in our workshop today that, I can't remember where she's from, but she's been to like 4 or 5 different states, and then she's been kind of evaluating them. And the farthest away she had been to was Hawaii, and that was pretty cool because I'm not from Hawaii, I'm from Tennessee. But Australia would be cool. Had not thought to try and attend one in a different country. So that is super cool. And Joyce says the beaches are opening back up in Sarasota tomorrow. So all of us that are on right now, we need to pack up and head to Sarasota and go to the beach. Just saying. Okay, so bravo to everyone. Okay, yeah, Leslie is Canadian, but she went to one in Australia. So I bet that was pretty cool. I bet that was pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, bravo to everybody who attended a workshop. Last week was chat number 170, and we were talking about time to hit the refresh button. And so we had and I'm going to say it wrong. I say it wrong every time. Is it what are those things called? Acrostic? Is it an acrostic where we do the letters down? And I had, like, for R, it had a word, EFRESH. It had a word, or I had a little blurb, for each one of those. So last week we were talking about refreshing, and we looked at ways to renew and revive even after a historically bizarre month. Hello, Janice. You're right on time, Janice. But even after an historically bizarre month, we talked about ways to refresh. So I think all of us need a little reset. All of us need a little refresh. I can't think of a person. I have not talked to one person that was like, nah, nothing really changed. Even people who are still working from home, even people that their job didn't change, even people who already were having their groceries delivered, even people that, didn't have to do, hello, Alicia. Alicia's just jumping in for a second because she's cooking dinner, but watching. Hello. Okay, don't worry yourself. Oh, wait, and Trish has been to 40 states so far, and she's having trouble getting on in Canada and London. That is super cool, to the workshops. Anyway, okay, so even people that, again, already worked from home, already were having groceries delivered, even if it didn't change that much, it's still different for everybody. I have not heard one person say, yeah, it's pretty much, and John says hello from home. Hello to home, John. Hello. Yep. Hi, Alicia. And my Christy says acrostic. It's correct. Thank you, because I almost said the wrong word. It wasn't a bad word, just almost said the wrong word. Anyway, and John, I'm assuming John knows how to, I don't know, this is like his 3rd week of doing this on his own, of figuring out how to get on here on his own. So I'm assuming that he can see your all's comments. I don't know, because I'm not there to check him. But anyway, so refresh. We all needed a refresh. Not heard one person that was like, yeah, no big deal. Not heard one. So for your homework last week, it was to take one of those letters, one of the letters that I had in REFRESH. So one of the letters that we had in refresh, had a little something to do, with each one of them, to take one of those and do your homework and to tag me in it. And this is how you all did. So Sandy with an I, refreshed by planning a daily menu and sticking to it. So she returned to the basics. Hello, Evie. But she returned to the basics and planned a daily menu and stuck to it. And she wanted to remind everybody to weigh, measure, and record. So, we talked about that for just a second. Last week, we talked about, when you go back to basics, so weighing, some of us need to get our tools back out, and remeasure things, because I know for me, a tablespoon of peanut butter, by the time I reboot, and go back and remeasure it, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is like closer to probably a tablespoon and a half. Because it grows. Remember in one of the chats we talked about the creep, that some things start to get the creep. You start out with the best intentions, and measuring them, and you think you know exactly what it looks like. So anyway, so Sandy reminds us all to weigh, measure, and record. Got to write it down. You got to write it down. Kim says track, weigh, and measure everything. So she is tracking, weighing, and measuring everything right now. She is leaving nothing to chance. She is taking care of all of that. And she said also drink 64 ounces of water daily, and she reminded us to hashtag bulk it up with our meals. So right now would be a really easy time to forget to bulk up your meals. So don't forget hashtag bulk it up. And I need to bring that sign from home. I do not have it down here. And then Sandra. So we had Sandy and Sandra. So Kim is in a Sandy Sandra sandwich. She is going back to tracking when she first gets up. So it's easier for her if she just goes ahead and plans her day when she first gets up, because that way she knows what she's going to eat. She's got a plan. She can stick to her plan. And she said that way she doesn't have to worry about how many points she has left if there are any surprises. If anything unexpected happens during the day, she doesn't have to wonder, or let's see, as Alyssa does. She doesn't have to worry about how many points she may or may not have left for the day. She already knows. And so if something unexpected happens, she can say, okay, well, I've got 12 points left for the day. That's 11 points. Okie dokie. So that was their homework. But we had I snuck in one entry here. It wasn't technically our homework, but Lynn asked us she has been doing a great job of giving us something to pray for every day this last month. So Lynn asked us to join in prayer to refresh the spirits of our healthcare workers. Talk about some people who need their spirits refreshed. So Lynn, you get extra Bravo stickers for that. So Bravo stickers to everyone who did their homework. Don't forget, when you do your homework, A, you might get a special mention during a live chat. B, you're going to get extra Bravo stickers. C, you're going to have done something good, for yourself for that week. But don't forget to tag me. I'll remind you again when we get to the next one. But on Instagram, it's If You Have an Egg. Connect is Scrappin' Stamp 2, SCRAPNSTAMP, and the number 2. And everywhere else, it's either If You Have an Egg or Kelly Green Milligan. So, okay, good job. You ladies nailed it. You nailed it. So, again, extra Bravo stickers. Okay, this week, though, is chat number 171, and it is titled How to Reduce Stress Eating. Nobody's under any stress right now, are they? None of you. None of us are under any stress right now. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and I just want to say, none of us reacts to stress in the same way. So no two people react to stress in the same way. I have friends that when they are under great amounts of stress, they just stop talking. I have other friends that when they are under stress, they stop socializing, maybe stop going outside, stop going out of their homes. They just kind of hibernate. If they're under a great amount of stress, they just kind of, like a turtle, they kind of go into their shell. I even have a couple of civilian friends, and Gwen, my fearless leader Gwen, calls them civilians. Civilians are people that don't have any idea why we're doing this. They've never had a weight issue, never had a food issue. They don't understand why we would use food in the ways that we use it, that us normal people use it. But I have a couple of friends that are a couple of civilian friends that under great amounts of stress, they just stop eating. Like they just don't eat. So they've already got all this other, other things to worry with, deal with, whatever. And so eating is just the last thing on their minds. It's just the last thing on their minds. Obviously, I don't have that problem. Obviously, I do not have that issue that I stop eating. When I'm under a great amount of stress. So I want to know, show of hands. So raise your hand. Do the little hand emoji. Give me some thumbs ups. If you were raised the way I was, and a skinned knee equaled homemade brownies, or cramming for finals equaled a pint of your favorite ice cream and 1 spoon. My mom used to do that. When I was cramming for stuff or under a lot of stress, trying to get ready for things for school, she would bring me a pint of my favorite, and she did it with love, but she would bring me a pint of my favorite ice cream and 1 spoon. Okay, 1 spoon did not say you're supposed to share this. 1 spoon and no bowl did not teach me, put some out, eat a little bit and move on. A pint of my favorite ice cream and a spoon told me this is what you're supposed to do to calm yourself down. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but some of us were raised to comfort ourselves. So if stress is rising up, and you're getting ready to, explode, some of us were taught to take that stress and shove it back down with comfort food, and comfort food is different. It's different for everybody. Mine used to be ice cream. I don't go to ice cream anymore. Potato chips, have been my new comfort food, or cookie dough. When my mom's mom passed away, I ate an entire roll of slice and bake cookie dough while I was waiting on someone to come get Casey. I just ate it. It was just gone. And it temporarily provided me some comfort. Temporarily. After that, I was mad at myself. I was upset. I was already stressed out. So eating something to comfort yourself, to kind of squish down those feelings of stress, it becomes a habit. So I was taught from a very early age. Now, no, don't get me wrong. My parents did not say, I'm going to set Kelly up for failure later. By teaching her to eat her feelings, or teaching her how to kind of shove it down, with food. So they didn't intentionally do this, but it is a habit. So eating something to comfort yourself becomes a habit. And let's face it, it feels good in that moment. Hello, Barbara. It feels good in that moment. After that moment, maybe not so good. And then it sets you up for a whole train wreck, like a whole other, cycle of things. So I had, so eating comfort food becomes a habit. And then 52 years, not 53 yet, 52 years of habits becomes a lifestyle. Your weekly this week has some good information. Remember, if you are an active WW member, you can log on. You can go on to, you can pull these up again on your phone, but I think it's best if you would go ahead and sit down for just a minute on your computer and log in, and then you can pull up your weekly. And Orlando Debbie did share a few weeks ago how to go back and look at past weeks. These are in a format now where you can print them off as a PDF again. That had gone away for a little while. Not sure why now, but it's back. So this week, I would recommend printing this out. You can go back to it. You can refer to it. Your weekly this week is how to reduce stress eating. It has 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to be going over those here in just a few minutes. But it also has this bonus of 4 steps to reduce stress eating. So 3 fast facts that came with this one. Roughly 40% of WW members say they are most likely to overeat when they feel stressed, which was the most common reason for overeating compared to feeling sad, tired, or bored. So we all know feelings, can cause different things, but the feeling of stress was like at the top. That was at the top. Number 2, if you always eat a hot dog at a football game or popcorn at the movies, that's a habit. So similarly, what we just talked about, eating in response to stress or other feelings, is also a habit, and it becomes a habit. And the more you practice a habit, the more you do it. And when we recognize that our urge to eat is because of stress, we have the opportunity to interrupt that habit. So when we realize, oh, wait, you know what? I feel like I want something really specific right now, have to have it, whatever, and I'm feeling stressed. We have the opportunity to stop it. Because let's face it, when you're under stress and you're reaching for food, no one's reaching for like bran muffins. Nobody's reaching for spinach or carrots. I mean, you probably have something very specific. If you're like me, you've been working on this habit for a long time. And even though mine has changed over the years, you have something very, very specific that you want to squelch this feeling of stress with. But I would recommend printing that out. We're going to go over 4 of those things here in just a second. But I wanted to remind you, stress eating is very real. It's very real. There's nothing wrong with you. It's real. It's a real thing. And you may have been taught from childhood. You may have picked it up, later. It's in a fight or flight response. So again, some people go into hiding. Some people don't come out. My sister, if she's under a great deal of stress, you just don't see her, like, for long periods of time. She'll get off her Instagram, she'll get off her Facebook. You won't see her, you won't talk to her, you won't ever. And then at some point the sun comes up, and she's back again. Different people react to it in different ways. And Gwen said something hilarious, so true, to close out her workshop today. So she always ends her workshop with a quote. And today she had made this one up, and I thought this was awesome. And if you were at the workshop today with Gwen, please forgive me if I don't quote this exactly, but she basically said, if the stairway to, let me think, no. Oh no, wait, how did she say it? Okay, hold on, we're recording for a second, hold on. For some reason the internet glitched. Okay, but she said at the end of her workshop, if the elevator to happiness is out of order, you're gonna have to take the stairs. Okay, so today we're gonna take the stairs. So your homework for today is going to be #worrymenoot. We're not quite ready to talk about the homework yet because this whole second half is going to be about how to worry me not. So in the extra credit, we're going to be talking about things that are worrying us right now, things that are worrying me, things that I hear a lot of you all asking about, and then how to break that worry cycle. Because a habit, you learn how to do something, and then it creates a habit, and then you repeat it, and then you reinforce it, and you go on. Thank you for sharing that, Terry. And you go on, and you keep doing it. And as long as you keep staying in that habit loop, over time, it's like 21 days, I think, it becomes a habit. Well, worrying is the same way, and how we react to worrying is the same way. Sometimes we worry about things before they've even happened. A lot of times we worry about things before they even happen. So the second half in the extra credit, and y'all are going to have to hang out for that, because that is where your homework is. But the homework will be #worrymenout. Don't forget, when it is time to do the homework, you are going to tag me at IfYouHaveAnEgg on Instagram. If you are tagging me on Connect, on WW Connect, it is at scrapnstamp2, SCRAPNSTAMP, and the number 2. If you are tagging me here on the Facebook page, on the public page, it is at IfYouHaveAnEgg in our closed group, which, by the way, that's kind of dwindled off. Are y'all not inviting people? Are you not inviting people anymore to our group? But anyway, please answer the 3 questions. But there you would tag me at Kelly Green Milligan. By the time you've typed in the Kelly and the Green, my name should pop up. If you're going to comment on the blog, IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, just comment. YouTube's the same way, just comment, and I promise I read them all and I will answer them all. So the homework is #worrymenout. Okay, so we're going to do the homework. We're going to pre-do your homework. So we're going to have like an open book test in the second half, in the extra credit. So, first of all, time for what, Barbara? Time for our water, Barbara, and I have special water today. We are getting ready for the second half for the extra credit of chat number 171, #worrymenout. Gonna take a quick sip here. This is not water, if you will notice. I decided that I wanted a treat for tonight, and I forgot to mention, Yeah, I have on workout clothes because Karen and I got to walk today. First time that we have walked in over 4 weeks. First time we have walked. I have 9,169 steps today. I bet I haven't had more than 6,000 steps in a whole month. So anyway, I had lots of water because it was 90 something here today. So I decided to make something special. I decided to make a treat. So let me take a quick break. Oh, my treat is Tea Drops Aloha Pineapple Chamomile. I've been dying to open this one. It's one of their new dessert teas. We do have those here in the showroom, kckitchencenter.com or ifyouhaveanegg.com. So I made one of those. I made one of these, boiled the water, dissolved the tea drop in there, and then I filled this up with ice, and then I put in it's probably about 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is hitting the spot. Let me tell you, it's just a little dessert tea. Okay, so we are back. This is the second half of Chat 171. Chat 171 is about stress eating, and for the extra credit, we are going to talk about how to #WorryMeNot. So I was worried that Karen and I would never walk again. I was worried that after a month of not seeing her, not walking, not getting any exercise in, and Melissa pretty much is a liquid pina colada. But after not getting any exercise in, I was afraid that we would be out of the habit. This is a 20-something year habit for us, but I'm not kidding, not lying. I've been seriously concerned that this past month that we'd both found other things to do, with our Sunday afternoons, our Monday mornings, and our Thursday evenings. I mean, I've been seriously concerned about it. So it was a worry because I have been successfully walking probably 20 to 25 miles a week for over 20 years. And this past 2 years, it's dwindled just with other life circumstances. And then this last month, but I'm not getting 5 miles a week, a whole week. So that was a serious concern of mine. Might not sound like a big deal to some people, but walking, and we're not doing any major stressful, like CrossFit or anything like that, exercise, but walking for me and being mindful of my walking with Karen 3 times a week makes me want to walk in the mornings. It makes me want to get my other exercise in. It makes me want to make John and Dusty get up and go walk with me. It just leads to a whole, I don't know, it's just that 3 days a week just leads to a whole series of other things. And Sylvia had her cold brew this afternoon. But that's a serious part of my weight loss management. When I don't walk, I'm not saying that I was exercising enough to lose weight, but when I don't walk, I have trouble maintaining my weight, if that makes any sense. So that was a serious concern for me. So I'm a pretty upbeat person. I've been accused of being a Pollyanna, if y'all know what that is, many times in my life. But this last couple of years, especially this last 6 weeks, there's been plenty of stay up late, get up in the middle of the night, wake up in a sweat, just wake up in a drench, pacing the floor, what if moments to stress about. Okay? So I think that's been true especially this 6 weeks for everybody, but this last couple of years I've had many, of those moments. But using the 4 steps in our weekly. So remember, you're going to have to go print this out because I'm not cheating and typing it out for you. You're going to have to go print that out for yourself. But using those 4 steps in the weekly, we're going to look at a few things. We're going to try a few of these. And then if you have a piece of paper, you might want to go ahead and do one of these. If you don't have a piece of paper, it's not a big deal. I know I didn't warn you ahead of time to have a piece of paper and a writing utensil. Sorry, I usually try to. But if you have a piece of paper, you can go ahead and try one now. And if you don't, I highly suggest that you go back and watch this again, do this again, whatever, and do this. Okay, I highly suggest it. You need to find time to do this later, even if you don't do it now, or even if you do it now. Okay, so for this exercise, I have created a worry jar. Okay, so I have taken what is this? A pint? I guess it's a pint mason jar, and I've turned it into a worry jar. And so I've written down some things that I've been worried about, or I've heard you all are worried about. So this is my worry jar. This is what you're going to do for your homework. You don't have to make a whole jar, but for your homework, I want you to actually write down things that are worrying you. You need to get them down. I'm telling you, I've been trying to write them down, or I've been trying to say them out loud, or I've been trying to actually say them, when I'm driving. And I know John and I, when we leave in the morning, we're like neck and neck going down that first road before he turns onto the interstate and before I turn and go this way. And I know he has to be wondering who I'm talking to. I know who he's talking to because he calls in and checks on his guys before he gets up to the shop. But I don't know if he thinks I'm talking to myself or what, but I'm trying to say some of these things out loud because writing them down, saying them out loud, making them real helps you figure out a way to stop it, okay? Because that is the biggest thing with worry or fear, is if you just keep, again, shoving it down. So like if you take, if you're worried about something and you shove it down with a bag of potato chips, instead of saying, hey, I'm worried about such and such, okay? That doesn't help anything. You squish, 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 and then just all of a sudden, boom, it's back at the top again. It's raised to the top again. So, here is the worry jar. I've put some things in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull a few of these out, as many as time permits. Oh, we got plenty of time. Might get through the whole thing. But so we're going to go through a few of these, and then after we go through the 4 steps with it, then we're going to put them in the worry me not jar, okay? So this little jar, this is the worry me not. So we've addressed it. It still might be an actual thing. It still might be a real thing, but we're just not going to worry about it anymore. So it's going to go into this jar. Okay, so let me pick one. And these are just randomly in here. Okay, so, this is a good one. What if I lost all my good habits while we were in quarantine? I might as well just give up. What if I have lost all of my good habits? So I've been cooped up in the house for 4 weeks. All my good, hello Susie, all my good habits are gone. I've just lost them all. I've replaced them all with bad habits. What if that's happened? What if that has happened to me? What do I do? Should I just give up and start eating? Okay, now here's what you're going to do. Number 1, you're going to hit pause. So this is in our 4 steps right here. So number 1, you're going to hit pause. Okay. You've been cooped up for 4 weeks, okay? And you may be cooped up for another 4 weeks, but there's no reason to just go, and this is a legitimate concern, what if you have temporarily abandoned all your good habits? Okay, that doesn't mean they're gone. If they were good habits, if you already had them, if they were already a habit, you will not believe how quickly, it's like riding a bike. You can get right back on. Oh, thank you, Susie. Susie, workout clothes. Trying to cover them up with a sweater. But anyway, thank you. But hit pause. So pause. I have not lost all of my good habits, okay? I may have just scooted them over. I may have scooted them out of the way, but I haven't lost them all. I can still dig them back out. I can still remind myself of them. And then so that's hit pause. So hit pause and stop. Put space between the impulse and what happens next to help break that cycle of just giving up, panicking, and eating food, okay? So just stop. Then be curious. I'm sorry, they want you to take a break. They want you to take a 5-minute break. So they want you to set a timer and take a 5-minute break. We don't have 5 minutes for all of these tonight, so we're going to pretend like we took a 5-minute break. And then once the timer goes off, check in with yourself. Are you still having the urge to eat? Are you still feeling like you need to eat something? Okay, if you're still, after 5 minutes, if you still feel like you need to eat something, eat something. So after 5 minutes, you're probably not going to eat as much as you were before. So, just check in with yourself, be curious, see, are you hungry? Do you need to get something to drink? If you've made it 5 minutes, you're probably going to be able to distract yourself with something. Number 3 is make a move. Try one of your ideas. So try an idea. If one of your ideas was calling a friend, then call a friend. If one of them was getting on WWConnect, then get on WWConnect. If one of them was just opening your app to track one thing so that you can oh, I can start that good habit again. Then open your app and track one thing. I didn't say one meal, one thing, just so you can get, oh, I can get back in that good habit again. And then reflect back and think, I did have some really good habits. I did have some things that I was really good at. I did, you know what? And I have all those tools around me. Let's go get them out. Or let's call a friend and have the friend remind us. Or again, go on Connect. So you have a lot of tools. Okay, so you didn't lose all your good habits. I know. A lot of y'all are freaking out and stressing out thinking that all this hard work is gone. Okay, it's not. It's not. You can go back to your good habits. Okay, this one is, oh, this is one of mine. What if I'm what if I am literally crazy from being cooped up? I laughed so hard this morning. One of the other contractors here in town, she's more of a designer contractor. She had posted a thing on her Instagram this morning that said of all the things that she learned in COVID, during COVID, that one of them was she was going to be super on top of making sure she never gets incarcerated or has to go into solitary. That she does not, her dreams of being an astronaut alone on the space station are done. It was a hilarious list of things that you would be doing alone that she no longer wants to do or is going to be voraciously sure that does not happen to her because she doesn't want to be alone. So I'm not going to lie. I have panicked several times. I have worried and stressed several times about being crazy from being cooped up. I don't play well without others. So what do? If you're crazy, if you're going crazy from being cooped up, do you go get ice cream out of the freezer? Do you go across the street to Food City and buy a box of Cheez-Its, which I thought about doing one day? No, if we use our 4 things from the WW Weekly, we hit pause and say, okay, I've been here by myself. Only me and the UPS man, which, by the way, hello, Myrna from Arkansas, which, by the way, the UPS man, he's the only one talking to me right now. He asked Friday if I was ready for a hug, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm not that lonely. But anyway, but I was, I'm crazy. I am crazy. And it's like, the day has dragged on and on and on and on and on. I have plenty of work. Don't get me wrong. There is plenty of work, but being alone, I am crazy from being alone. So my choices are to suck it up, change the TV station because I've been watching The Middle or Psych all day long, every day after I quit watching the news, or go across the street and buy a box of Cheez-Its, or call somebody, or get on Instagram for a second and check what everybody else is doing while they're crazy, or get on Connect and say, what am I going to do? Or find somebody that I can hug or that I'm willing to hug, or have Casey, FaceTime with Alyssa, so that I can get, a little break there. So hit pause. I have to hit pause. I know Chris, Chris says she's ready for hugs. So hugs for Chris. And yeah, I am stone crazy, Sherry. But hit pause. So I had to hit pause and go and wait 5 minutes and go, I am not locking that door and going across the street to Food City. I am not scouting around in here to find what goodies we have hidden. And fortunately, they're all already gone. So, and then I have to go back and think, okay, what did I be curious? Number 2 is be curious. What else could I have done? FaceTime Casey with Alyssa, or call somebody else, or go on Connect. So explore, the something else that you could have done. I made Jell-O. I was so bored the other day. Again, I have plenty of work. Don't get me wrong, but I was so bored the other day. I was like, you know what? I have everything here I need to make those little Jell-O fruit cups. So I did. Of course, I couldn't eat them for a couple of hours, but I kept going back and checking on them. It gave me something else to do. And then 3 is to make a move. That was the move I made that day, was making Jell-O fruit snacks so that I would have something else to eat. There's sugar-free Jell-O and sugar-free fruit, so that I would entertain myself, do something different with my brain for a few minutes, and have something to snack on later, and then reflect back. I like Jell-O fruit snacks. I like them, and maybe I need to keep some things here that I can say, I can be a little creative because I like being creative. So that's no longer a concern for me. Okay, that one's gone. That one's off the list. Okay, next one. What if I haven't tracked, exercised, weighed, etc. in over a month? Hang it up. Just hang it up. You might as well give up. If you haven't tracked, exercised, weighed, or all of that in over a month, just give up. Hang it up. You know that's not what I'm going to say. You know that's not what I'm going to say. Okay. So a lot of us haven't. Okay. It's okay. We've had the weirdest month. And Carol Lee wants to know what number 4 is. Number 4 is reflect back. So reflect back to another time when you handled it, or some other something that you did right or wrong that you can go back and learn from. But so a lot of people haven't tracked in a month. A lot of people haven't been in a position to. A lot of you can't find the foods that you want right now. So you've not had 0 point yogurt. Some of you haven't had chicken breast. Some of you haven't had some of the things that you needed to feel like you could track successfully. I haven't been able to walk with my accountability buddy, so I haven't been able to exercise, until now. Some of you don't own scales, so you haven't been able to weigh. So does that mean that you should just hang it up and throw it in, or that you should pace and pace and pace and pace and pace and worry about the fact that you haven't? No. Maybe you needed to go on intentional maintenance. Maybe you needed to take a break. Maybe you needed to buy a scale. I know a couple people there. One in particular, Sandra, I think it was. Her husband bought her a scale. She didn't have one. She was weighing it at her workshop. So what are you going to do? So find other ways. So hit pause. Don't just be sweating it. Gosh, I haven't tracked in a month. Oh, I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go to a Zoom meeting. I've not tracked in a month. I can't go back to my workshop when it's open. I haven't weighed myself in a month. I can't. What if? Stop. So take a break. Hit pause and take a break. Okay. Be curious. Okay. Well, so after that 5 minutes and think, okay, so I haven't tracked it. Well, I have a little bit. Yeah, I wrote this down, or I looked that up. Or I did open my app, or I did something from the recipe builder. Okay, so maybe you did track something. Maybe if your Fitbit or your activity band still fits pretty good, maybe you don't need to weigh. Maybe you can just guess. There's plenty of other things, to do. Make a move. Terry and Kathy just said something that, the number 3 is make a move. Kathy says her daughter created a walking challenge for May, and it's 100,000 kilometers. Is that right? 100,000 kilometers in May, and it's nice to have a new focus. Okay, that's making a move. Okay, she's making a move. So forget what happened in April. April's done. We can't go back and redo April. There's no do-overs. It's done. So forget it. Quit worrying about April. It's done. It's already over with. So, move on, make a move, do something forward. And then Terry said YouTube found Walk Away the Pounds again, and she forgot how much she enjoyed Leslie. So that is number 4. Reflect back. Terry forgot how much she enjoyed Leslie and watching her on YouTube. So you know what? She went back and found her again. So that worry's gone. That worry is gone because she knows that she can go back to YouTube, and now we all know that too. Okay, so that one is gone. I'm talking too much. Okay, this one is what if I ate a whole row of Oreos, or a sleeve of Girl Scout cookies, or 6 Little Debbie cakes, or a bag of potato chips, or fill in the blank? I've ruined it all now. Now I'm worried I won't be able to stop. Now I'm worried that I won't be able to eat the next bag of potato chips. And now I'm worried that I've gained weight. And now I'm worried. So how do you fix this kind of worry? You eat the other row of Oreos. You eat the other sleeve of Girl Scout cookies. No, you don't. You don't. So hit pause before you eat the rest of it, before you do it again, before you move on. Hit pause. Wait 5 minutes. Wait 5 minutes. If it was something like this, I promise you in 5 minutes, your tummy is going to be going, nope, I'm done. Even if your brain thinks you still want more food, if you wait 5 minutes, your tummy's going to be like, nah, I'm done. And then after that 5 minutes, be curious. Think, what else could you have done? Barbara says brush your teeth. Perfect. That's perfect. That's what else you could have done. Track it. Write it down. That's something else you could have done. Make a move. So number 3 is to make a move. Brushing your teeth is making a move. Writing it down is making a move. Calling a friend, putting the Oreos in the garbage disposal, putting them in the garbage can, and putting water on top of them. I've seen people do that before, or put trash on top of them. You know, I mean, who is guilty of taking something that you thought, nope, this is it. I'm not going to eat the rest of X, Y, and Z, whatever that is. Hello, Donna. Whatever X, Y, and Z is. And then you gently take it on the plate and set it down in the center of your garbage can, knowing nothing else is touching it, nothing's going to get it dirty. It's going to be exactly like it was, so that, you know, at midnight when you wake up, and just, you know, you're worried about stuff, and you can swing back through and take that piece of cake or those cookies or whatever and just gently take it out because nothing else has touched it. Okay, don't turn it upside down, squish it, give it away, throw it outside, you know, do whatever. So, and then reflect back on another time when you think, you know what, that's happened once before, and I gave that other row of Girl Scout cookies or sleeve of Girl Scout cookies away, or I put them in the freezer, or you know what, I went ahead and divided them into Ziploc baggies, wrote the points on there, and now I see if I take out a baggie, I'm going to eat 3 points. If I'm going to eat another baggie, I have to intentionally open it. That's 3 more points. Okay, so that worry is gone now. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, what if I'm stuck at home with my spouse or kids? I know. We've had a couple people in the showroom that came. I'm not sure they really wanted countertops. I think they came because I let them in. And it was a good excuse to be away from their husband or kids for a little while. Okay, I know a lot of people that are worried about that. A lot of people are worried that their kids aren't going to finish school this year. A lot of people are worried about their skills for being able to teach their children, or to, you know, to do what their children need to have done. So should we just give up and say, all right, kids, that's it. You know, mama's stressing out, or tell your spouse, you know, that's it. I'm so worried that you all are never, ever leaving again. I'm so worried that you all are never leaving again, that we're just going to eat macaroni and cheese for the rest of the time. For the rest of, oh, Susie missed this. Susie missed what my drink was. So my drink is one of the Aloha pineapple chamomiles with ice, and because you have to boil this with ice and unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and it's very good. I gotta tell you, that would be really, really good with some frozen pineapple blended up. Okay, but anyway, so, you know, some of them are going, I'm worried y'all are never leaving. I'm worried I'm gonna crack, I'm gonna snap, and I'm gonna kill y'all. You know, some people are seriously worried about that. So hit pause. You're not gonna eat macaroni and cheese for the rest of the time that you're in quarantine. You're not going to feed your kids a bunch of junk just because you're tired of looking at them. So hit pause, put some space in between yourself and the situation, you know, meditate a little bit, get away from them, lock yourself in the bathroom, come by countertops as an excuse, you know, to be away from them for a few minutes. You know, come up with some kind of plan. And then number 2 is be curious about your plan. You know, like, which one of those would actually work? So if you don't need new countertops, that one's probably not going to work for you. If you can go in a bathroom and lock a door and nobody's going to be suspicious, that one might work. 3, make a move. Go lock yourself in the bathroom, or go clean the pool. I used to do that a lot when Casey was little. I would say, oh, nope. Y'all can't come out here. Mama's got to clean the pool. You know, I have to. And then I would slowly walk around the pool, scrubbing, and getting every little leaf out, one leaf at a time, one blade of grass at a time, and then reflect back. Like right now, I'm wishing that I had a pool. So that worry is gone. Those kids will be gone again sometime. Your spouse will eventually go back to work, eventually. Okay, Terry says, oh, bye, Terry. Okay, so the next one, Terry, remember, you can watch this later on YouTube. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Okay, this one is legit. This one we're actually talking about next week. What if we have a meat shortage? Okay, myself included, I know a lot of people that are freaking out about this right now. So this is real. So this could happen. This could actually happen. So there's a real fear of there being a meat shortage. So next week, we will be talking about ways to satisfy your family, ways to feed your family, and ways to not panic if there is a meat shortage. So we're going to hit pause. Like I was ready to, I was just ready to fill up my mom. We brought my mom's little chest freezer home. I was ready to fill it up with as much meat as they would let me buy. I was thinking, okay, I can go, there's a two pack, limit per person. I can go over there every single morning and I can get 2 packs. Okay, calm down. We don't need to do that. Next week though, we're going to talk about what to do if there really is, and I'm afraid we're going to have one, if there really is a meat shortage. So I'll have some ideas, then we can be curious about those and see which of those ideas would work for you. Then you can make a move on which one of them will, and then we can all reflect back on what Kelly said. So after next week, that worry is going to be gone. Oh, and I got to talk fast. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to try and get the rest of this jar done. Okay. Oh, this one was real for me. And we have a friend in Sunday school right now that's going through this. What if I can't be with my loved one while they are sick, while they're in the hospital, while they're having surgery, while they're in an assisted living, while they're in and yes, they will be, while they're in an assisted living, while they are, whatever the situation may be, what if I can't be with my loved one while they are, fill in that blank. Okay, that's another real situation. I mean, that's, that could really happen, and it's happening to and for and with, whatever, a lot of us. So my first inclination was bag of potato chips. Mom was headed to the hospital, couldn't be there with her, couldn't be there to tell everybody what they needed to do, how they needed to do their jobs. Because, obviously I know better than a nurse does, how they should do their job and, what my mom needs, and everything else. So frantic pacing, chips. I need chips. Somebody go get me some potato chips. I need some potato chips. Okay. So hit pause, just stop, for 5 minutes and think, is there really anything I could do? Is there really anything I could have done that I could do any better than them? Is there any decision that I can make that's better than them? And what were the potato chips going to do? The potato chips weren't going to send some secret message, over to the hospital that said, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't do this, she's going to do that. This is going to happen. If you don't do this, something else is going to happen. And then be curious about that. Okay, well, is there anything I can do? Yeah, so I found out that I could call the nurse's station and get a report every day. And I also figured out that I could fill them in on all those little things like that she couldn't hear. And that if she had pneumonia, that once they started giving her the antibiotic, she was going to get thrush. So just find out, some little things. So be curious, find out what things you can do, even if you can't be there with them, and then make a move. So the move that I made was to start calling these people and to be in contact with them and to be kind to them. Please, if you do not do anything else, be kind to these healthcare workers that are trying to help your friends and family while you're not there. Don't second guess what they're doing. Don't, I'm sorry, I don't know. My situation didn't end like I wanted it to, but you know what? Everybody was on board doing what they needed to be doing. I couldn't have done anything, differently. They were doing the best with what they had, and they were kind, they were considerate, they were loving. I know that she was being loved on. So please, if you don't make any other move, please be kind to these people that are taking care of these other people, and then reflect back on another time. Is there anything I could have done differently? Is there anything I would have done differently? Is there anything that I could have, would have, should have, whatever done? But you can't control everything. So this worry, to sit up and worry about it, worrying did not affect anything. It didn't affect anything. And eating to shove that worry back down, sure didn't affect anything. Sure did not. Okay, so I have run out of time to do the rest of these, so sorry. Some of them were silly, like one of them was, what if I didn't buy enough toilet paper? Anyway, there were a couple of others. The point is, by the time I get done with this worry jar, all these big things, all these things that seemed really, really big, if you stop, if you hit pause, if you, number one, hit pause, and just think, really, is this how it is? Or do I really need that? Or how is that going to help? How is that going to help? And then number 2, be curious. Am I still hungry? Am I still feeling like I need to eat? Am I still feeling like I need to eat? Maybe I need to eat a smaller thing of potato chips. Maybe I need to go for a walk. Maybe I need to call a friend. Maybe I need to stick a cockapoo in a chair to get him to quit crying, which worked, by the way. He's asleep. But be curious about, what you were thinking should happen and could happen. And then make a move, do something about it, and then reflect back, think about those times that you could have gone back and done a YouTube video, or that you could have gone back to another chat, or that you could have called a friend, or whatever, and just, kind of stay in tune with that. So the point I was trying to make was all these really big worries. So all of these things that seemed really, really big before we started the chat, look how small they are now. So now that we've taken all the wind out of their sails, now that we've deflated them, popped their little balloons, look how small they are. So that's your homework for this week. I want you to hashtag worry me not. I want you to write down, you don't have to do a whole jar, but I want you to write down a worry or 2 or 3 or 12. And then I want you to use the 4 steps that were in our weekly. Go through it, hit pause, be curious, make a move, reflect back, turn those big worries into hashtag worry me not. So don't forget to tag me in those. I want everybody to have an awesome and amazing week. I want you to worry about less and less and less and less and less. Please don't use food to shove it down. I'm saying that for myself as much as you. If you are watching this later on YouTube, the next video is going to pop up right here. I would appreciate it if you would go ahead and watch it. If you are here with us live and you are not watching these later on YouTube or not sharing these on YouTube, why not? That's something I worry about. I do worry about that people are not watching them right now, that they're still watching the news, or Dr. What's his name? I said his name like 6 times today. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. But I worry about that. I worry that you all are not taking care of yourselves and that you're not sharing this with other people who need to, to hear about this. So I do worry about it. So share that video. It's right here. Do go ahead and subscribe. If you click right here, you can subscribe. Remember to hit the bell so that you'll know when we do new videos. And right over here is a link to our spread shirts, and there is one that's just a special order. You can get whatever size, color, whatever that you want. Softest shirts on the planet. They have water bottles, they have coffee mugs, they have everything. You just order what you need, so we don't have to order a whole bunch. But Casey did make one that says hello and happy Sunday, because I say that so much. Okay, I'm going to start to get choked. So I'm going to tell everybody good night. Y'all have a great week. I'm going to go home and check and see if John's still awake. Oh, and there he is. Let's see. Good chat. See you when you get home. Thank you, John. Okay, so y'all have a great week, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. No worries. Hashtag worry me not.